gonna do the obvious thing I want to do.
What's going on, y'all? Attorney Tom. Today I'm reacting to a video titled LA State Trooper Finds Body in Trunk by HBJ Studios. Let's jump right into it.
LA 17, 1 mile south of LA 4, black and orange Chevy Camaro 242 Charlie Lima Tango. Hey, driver.
Remember, if a police officer orders you out of the car during a valid traffic stop, then you have to get out of the car. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is according to the Supreme Court case, Pennsylvania versus Mims. So although we don't know why this driver is being pulled over, assuming it is a valid stop, then he has to comply and get out of the car.
Hey, step back here with me, man. How are you? Hey, good afternoon. I'm Trooper Nielsen, Louisiana State Police. The reason why I stopped you was for speeding. You know how fast you were going?
No, sir.
73 and a 55, so it's 18.
Okay, so let's start our criminal procedure flow. We now know why the driver was pulled over. Allegedly, he was speeding, going 73 in a 55. And based on the title of this video, I don't think the speeding is actually the important part. So let's assume that the police officer had some valid, reasonable suspicion to verify this speeding. So now that the traffic stop has begun, the police officer is going to conduct some routine measures. Usually this involves getting driver's license and insurance information.
Do you have your driver's license?
No, sir.
Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir.
And why are you driving?
I was just
Okay.
going home.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
It's okay. I was just asking. What's your name, man?
Michael.
Michael. Is anybody with you?
No, sir. It's just me.
You have insurance? Show me your insurance. Whose car is this, man?
Big brother's car.
Your big brother's? You smoking weed today? Look at me.
I did early. I'm not high right now.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of things have happened in a very short amount of time. While asking for a driver's license, which is part of a routine traffic stop, Michael has admitted that he does not have a driver's license and he was driving without a driver's license. Additionally, he admitted that he was smoking weed earlier in the day. Weed is not legal in the state of Louisiana. So while he was originally stopped for speeding, the scope of the police officer's investigation has now expanded, and the police officer has every right to expand his investigation based on the information Michael has provided.
You have any ID? Is there any weed in the car, man? Don't stop. Step here. Step here to me. Look at me, Michael. Make eye contact with me. Step out here. Step up here. Is there any weed in the car? Yes or no?
It's just a doobie in the ashtray, like.
Okay.
Other than that, this
Anything else?
This is
So now he admits that there is weed in the car.
You be honest with me, I'll be honest with you. I ain't looking for no roach. You hear me?
yes, sir.
Is there anything else in there?
This is. I promise.
Okay, it's in the ashtray? In that
Yes.
cup thing?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
This is.
Okay. When did you puff last?
This was
Be
like
honest, because I'm a drug recognition expert.
about an hour ago.
Okay. All right, where are you headed right now?
I was headed back home.
Where's home?
On,
What's your address?
I got him.
No, stop. Come here. Where do you live? It's easy. It's easy to answer this. Where do you live? You don't know how to drive to your house?
I was coming from there. How I got lost.
So what's the address? You don't know your address?
No, sir.
Okay, come back here.
So while not technically illegal, not knowing your address is definitely suspicious, and it can be used as circumstantial evidence that something else is going on. He failed to provide ID. Now maybe the police officer is wondering, maybe he does have ID, he's just not giving it to me. Is this actually his car? Why are you driving, and why are you driving if you don't know where your home is? There's a lot going on here.
All right.
That's 133 with Texas.
You've admitted there's a small amount of marijuana in the car, and I've smelled it. It's probable cause.
So the police officer said the magical words, and he's absolutely correct. Probable cause. Michael has already admitted to smoking weed and driving without a driver's license. He absolutely has probable cause to arrest him at this point. Now, normally, you need a search warrant to search the incident of an alleged crime, and you need to go to a judge to get that search warrant. However, there's something called the automobile exception, okay? What that means is if somebody's in an automobile, the police officer is allowed to search the automobile so long as they have probable cause. So what the police officer is going to tell Michael here is, I'm going to search the inside of your car because I have probable cause.
Texas.
Can I take a look in your car? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
right
Okay.
there, sir.
Nothing. Okay. It's your brother's car? It's your brother's car?
Now, you might also be asking, why did the police officer ask for consent if he didn't need it because the automobile exception? Well, the short answer is it's always easier to get consent. He's just trying to avoid any problems in the future if Michael were to lawyer up and make a constructive argument that the police officer didn't have probable cause because maybe the automobile exception didn't apply because Michael was going to be arrested anyway and there was no exigent circumstance or, I'm not saying that's the right argument, but it's an argument that could be made.
All right, now, step here. When did all this happen? When did all that happen?
That happened.
When?
My brother, he said it.
How long ago?
happened,
Days?
like, yeah, it was.
Okay, come back. Just leave this here. Come back here. Just stay right here in front of my car. Is this your wrench?
No, sir.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, it's Jesse again. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm here about a mile north of LA4 on LA17. I got a orange and black Chevy Camaro stopped. I had him stopped for speeding, and it's got bullet holes all in the driver's side. Y'all ain't looking for a car involved in anything. It's a yes, sir. And he don't even know where he lives. He won't.
Okay, so let's work off the current evidence that the officer has. The driver of the car hasn't provided a driver's license. There are bullet holes in the side of the car, and the driver also doesn't know where he lives or claims to live. So the police officer is probably worried that the driver is not the person he is claiming to be. And there is certainly enough evidence at this point for the officer to continue his inspection of the scenario. In fact, there's already enough evidence for the police officer to arrest the driver on the drug charges, but there's clearly something deeper here, and the police officer has every right to continue his investigation. Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show, link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
He don't even know the address down here, but he's got a Richwood address, and the car comes back out of Monroe, and he's got this he's got a GPS thing put in, but he don't even know the address, so he's lying about a bunch of junk. So I was just gonna check y'all aren't working anything up. Okay, all right. Well, I got somebody pulling up behind me, Scooter. Well, how are y'all here?
Cause my people from that's them on the phone.
What do you mean they were looking for him?
They looking for him. The car missing. Hey.
Okay, give me the phone. Hey, man. Okay, what? His name is Mike. He's not giving that name though. He's given another name. What's your number, sir? His phone back.
Yeah, I got to go back to work.
Okay,
Hey.
thank you. All right, let me ask you something. Did you give me your right name?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Michael.
You got plaits in your head?
No, sir.
Okay. Where do you live? Be honest to me. Monroe?
Yes, sir.
Richwood.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't live in Winsboro.
No, sir.
Why would you try to bluff me on that? Why would you lie to me on that? Because I already knew that before this guy said something. What's up? Talk to me. You better stop lying to me right now or you're going to be in jail.
I'm just going to my sister's out of
To your sisters? So when I kept asking you where you live, you don't even know because this ain't even your house. You better get some act right in you and stop lying. I swear to God, you're fixing to go to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's the last freaking lie you better tell me. Who took that car from whoever it belonged to?
He gave me permission for the car.
Mike gave you permission to drive this car?
Yes, sir.
Who gave him permission?
This is for.
Stay with him. Hey, this is Nielsen out here. I just had this guy said that there's a kid that's been reported missing and that they took the car from Monroe. He lied to me about his last name, his address and where he's from. Some random guy pulls up behind me and said, hey, this guy's looking for that kid. I need to know if this car has been reported missing, stolen. And yeah, the Franklin Parish Sheriff's Office just called, said there's some contact with Monroe PD called Regas, somebody named Regas or something, that this car has been given to this boy by another boy who's been reported missing.
Okay, we now have another piece of evidence. The guy who gave the driver allegedly permission to use the car is reported missing. So combine that with the fact that there are bullet holes in the car, the driver doesn't have any driver's license, he doesn't know where he's going, and the person whose car it is reported missing. A lot of things are adding up here.
If he's knows something about this boy that's missing, there's bullet holes, I'd like to at least, we need good, I guess I'll do as much good contact as I can. Yes, I just looked in the console, the center console. He had a doobie in the ashtray thing, but I really didn't give it a good look. I'm gonna do the obvious thing I want to do. Hey. Yep. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, here's what's really interesting from a legal perspective. The reason why the officer had probable cause at this point was solely for the roach found in the dashboard. As I said before, there's an automobile exception to the Fourth Amendment allowing a search. Well, while not exactly accurate, you could make an argument that that search should be confined to the interior of the car, not allowed in the trunk, right? The cop shouldn't be able to open the trunk. However, while you could make the argument that they might have had probable cause and the automobile exception applies to the trunk, that's irrelevant because the driver gave permission earlier in the video, like 20 minutes ago. So, absolutely, the police could open the trunk and they found the body.
Get you in the court of law, you have a right to an attorney. Have one present during any questioning. At any time, you choose not to make any statements or answer any questions. You cannot afford an attorney. One will be appointed to represent you by the court. Do you understand? Who is that? Who is that?
That's him.
Who is who?
That's Mike.
That's Mike. How did Mike get there? Tell me.
It wasn't me, man. It was.
Okay.
I just hit it, bro.
So, he has now been read his rights, and he has voluntarily decided to give up more information after that, and he just confessed to, quote-unquote, hitting him. This channel is all about educating you on what your rights are, but I have to give it to this police officer. This police officer did a great job. Textbook. And if we learned anything is that maybe if you think about it, you shouldn't speed with no driver's license while having marijuana in the car, while you have a dead body in the car. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.
Big verdict.